When I was 21, I moved from Ohio to Florida, and it is nothing of what I expected. So basically, I moved because one, I absolutely hated Ohio. I hated the town where I was from. There was population 3 people, all 3 people hated me. I'm not gonna add that. So I moved from Ohio because I lived in a very small town. It was that everyone knows everyone. Parents were getting involved in 17-year-olds drama. Mind you, everyone was in everyone's business. I hated it. I did not like it. The only part of Ohio I liked was my summer job because I was a lifeguard and I worked at a country club. I was serving. I wasn't serving. Anyways, that's really the only part of Ohio that I liked. So, with that being said, with everyone knowing everybody's business, it did not take long for people to find out that I was moving to Ohio. To Florida. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Simply because they're all loudmouths. I don't like Ohio. I will say, I didn't fly down to Florida to move here. I drove. It was a 17 grueling hours of driving where I thought I was going to die in Georgia because tell me why there were 6 police highway troopers or whatever. Highway state patrol. Yeah, there was like 6 of them going down the opposite lane just to catch some guy, and I'm pretty sure it was a speeding violation. I drove down to Florida. This is where it's probably going to get a little controversial. I have a boyfriend who lives in Florida. He's lived in Florida his whole life. Whole life. I didn't move down here just for him. Some people are going to say that I did. I'm not really going to correct you because I don't care enough to. I wasn't supposed to move down to Florida at all. I wasn't supposed to. I drove down for a visit so I could spend time with my boyfriend and my friends and his friends that are like my friends. My friends are his friends because I don't have any of my own. Day comes that I am supposed to drive back up to Ohio to leave. I don't want to go. The kind, generous people that are in my life, they're like, okay, if you do this, you can live in this house rent free. It's like, rent free? Don't tempt me. They tempted me. I ended up calling my mom. I was like, well, it took a lot of convincing to call my mom because I genuinely thought she was going to like eat my ass out. Hi mom. Do you mind if you send all of my stuff down to Florida? I'm moving. Airinn, what the fuck? She didn't really say that. She was like, okay, yeah, sure. She drove down with all of my stuff. So I ended up moving in. Well, I didn't live at that house at all. He gave me a spare room to kind of live in. I was never there. Never there. I was with my boyfriend 24 fucking 7. I did not care. I got a job. I work at Wawa. And now recently, not shout out Wawa actually. Wawa, what the heck? Give me more days. Get all my stuff unpacked. The second that my parents leave, though, they back out of the driveway, I'm bawling. I had to cry, okay? Like, I was gonna miss them. Don't continue unpacking, do this, do this, do that. Bam, I am now a Florida resident. Except I don't have my Florida license or my Florida registration or anything to do with Florida. I have all of my Ohio stuff because I am poor and that costs a lot of money. I moved back in August. I moved to Florida in August. And basically everyone in Ohio hated me anyway, so they didn't really care that I moved. So, my only other experience moving out of my house was in college. I dropped out of college, but it was my only other experience. Is I moved into a house with my sister and 2 other random girls. And I absolutely hated it. I did not like being away from my house. I didn't like being away from my room. I cried over a green wall. I cried over a painted wall. And now I moved 1,000 miles away, and I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I would like to say. I would say I'm doing pretty freaking good. And like some people would like to say that I hate it here. Some people would like to say that I'm not having a good time here. If that was true, I wouldn't be here. I would like what? Anyways, my expectations, I don't even know if I had expectations. I did it for the love of the game. I did everything for the love of the game. I moved here for the love of the game. I'm thriving, I'd like to say, aside from Wawa, because Wawa sucks right now. basically moving here, it has been a very opening experience. I've gotten to learn. I'm much happier I'm much happier in Florida than I was in Ohio. And I spent like 18, 19 years in Ohio. I don't know how long I spent in Ohio, but I know I grew up there. I'm not gonna say that like, oh, Ohio's terrible, but like Ohio's terrible. It's been more of a happy experience because I have people around me who are genuinely looking for the best in me. What? I have people around me that genuinely look for the best in other people. Like, they want the best for you. They look for the best and, like, they want the best for you. And I just love that I have surrounded myself with those kind of people because in Ohio, I was not surrounded by those kind of people. I'm very happy for everything that I have, everyone that I have. And honestly, even though I am like really like they're only my friends because of my boyfriend. You don't even know, bro. I love my boyfriend so much, okay? I know the people who I am friends with probably wouldn't be friends with me if it weren't for my boyfriend. I'm really happy with the fact that I became friends with these people because I get to watch them grow the most amazing version of themselves. But you know who you are if you're watching this, but you're not. Because I'm not famous. This is gonna get like 2 views. No, manifestation. This is gonna get 5 million views. A few things did surprise me about Florida, I'll admit it. Apparently, when it's super, super cold, iguanas will fall from trees. Frankly, I didn't really care. I was making like $11.75 at my lifeguard job. What I'm making at Wawa right now, $16 an hour. This is such a cute shirt. It's my Fleetwood Mac shirt. Another thing that surprised me is how terrible people are at driving. Everybody treats the road like it's a fucking racetrack. I don't even know why I'm complaining. I used to speed on every single road back in Ohio. So that's really nothing. Like at least the area of where I am at, everybody is so in touch with their faith. And that extends to like my friends. They honestly, I have this one friend. Okay, I'm not going to say his name, but if he ever does like see this, like ever, he's gonna know who he is. I have this one friend, and he is the most in touch with his faith that it's genuinely inspiring, and I love it for him. The day, was it worth it to move down to Florida in such little notice and time? The answer would be yes. I think it was worth it. I have never been happier. I am thriving with good people. I think the only downside right now is my job. I think that is my only downside because they haven't been scheduling me. My dumbass ass self lost connection to my mic and didn't realize. My advice to anybody out there who wants to move, just do it. Because I promise you, I had nothing going into this experience. I had maybe $600 to my name at the time. You don't need much. Like, I promise that, like, on my life, if you want to move, just do it. Your hometown is still going to be there. You can revisit it. You can go back. You can drive back. You can fly back. Like, your hometown's gonna be there. That's all from me.